Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for the season opener of SARS S2 R1 Season 2 at Daytona. After 2 duels, one was crazy, or had a crazy crash in it. And well, honestly, let's just keep it short. Let's get a starting lineup already. On the pole, because they did another qualifying session for this, for the main field, Logan Crisp on pole alongside Matt Penske. Then we got Jay Roy alongside Taylor Black of Tank Engine. And, well, his teammates starting right behind him with Michael Taylor. 04's got John Zena and Joshua Barkley. Rounding out the top 10 for this field is Caden Lemon and Mitchell Hodak. So this is going to be quite the season opener. Kenichi Tanabe and Yasser Ballin. Tanabe has something to prove after he barely locked in for this season. McKenzie and Waters. There's Corey Christensen, Daniel Lyons. Christensen going switching between cars, like I said before. David Jones and Sasha Bright. Yeah, defending champ David Jones, kind of midfield here. Gigi Marone alongside Kirby Starr, who actually replaced Mouse Trower. There he is in the Plus Season 6 car with Adam Irwin, who won the inaugural SARS S2 race ever. Louis Lafayette and Marcus De Jesus, TG Racing cars in the same row together. Their teammate Matt Penske is on the front row with Logan Crisp there. Brad Bitt, who won his duel alongside Sarah Taylor. No, he didn't win the duel. He got locked in. Sorry. Lyle Austin alongside Mylan Harris, who finished runner-up in Season 1. Hayden Lemon alongside Harrison Fox. Jeremy Wade alongside Sean Swap Jr. Then we got John Wren alongside Jimmy Jim of Back Row Racing. John Wren is running full-time for this season. He was part-time last season. Zach Miller alongside Colt Williamson. Then we got Johnny Johnson III from Talladega, Alabama, alongside Xander Jeffrey. He literally lives at Talladega Superspeedway. I had to mention that. Then round out the field is Colin Cropley, leader of the Empire, and Taylor Lay, who I guess his new engine just did not help him in qualifying. Then here's a full D&Q list. It's probably the longest the D&Q list will ever be. Actually, it might be bigger, as I don't know. But point is, yeah, this is quite a D&Q list. And yeah, without further ado, let's get to the season. And here we go, 42 cars, already biggest field ever in the SARS Tour. It's pretty much going to be 42 cars for the remainder of the season, depending on what happens to certain drivers. And Lyle Austin is on pit road having to fix an issue. He might be able to get back out, but who knows? Let's get Season 2 of SARS Tour underway. So, Logan Crisp, the 81 car for Lone Rider Racing. Which, I'm not, basically, 3-car operation. And he's already, I don't know what happened there, but he shuffled up, and they're already going 3 wide in turn 1. What is going on? Jay Roy, who won Watkins Glen last season, and he was on a part-time schedule. He went out there, beat Carl Horsvar, and won at Watkins Glen. That's basically, that basically locked him into the next season. Well, even then, looking at the part-timer standings or whatever, he was locked into that as well. John Zena, who showed up late in Season 1. There he is. Already catching Jay Roy. The fact they're already 3 wide, man, kind of startling. You think they take it easy, but I guess these guys just trying to move fast. Because, I don't know. I guess looking at the duels, they just don't want to get shuffled back there. Especially since it's already been shown that you can get shuffled out very easily. So, that's what screwed certain drivers and wound up getting them D&Q'd. Certain open drivers like J.R. McLaughlin. Funny I mention that, as there's his girlfriend Lisa McKenzie making her way out to the front with the help of Corey Christensen. As Caden Lemon is up on the high side with Jay Roy. And Jay Roy goes down for the block. Which I bet he only did because he had all basically big gap there. He probably would have just stayed up if she was any closer. Because you don't want to block. You don't want to make crazy blocks this early in the race. We're only I think we're now on lap 3. I haven't seen the counter yet. Yeah, we're lap 3. Lyle Austin is not a lap down. So whatever issue they had, they fixed it pretty much immediately. So, that's a good sign for him, I guess. There's Caden Lemon. Already mentioned him before, but yeah, driving in place of Satsuki Himigari, who I guess her career is done. She hasn't even been confirmed for Season 2 in any capacity, not even for the Project 1 machine, which is basically just a car for part-timers. Or at least amongst, people Caden Lemon knows. From, especially from like guys who have raced at Tracks of Pro Series, basically making one-off starts. And there's there's David Jones, our reigning champion, our season 1 champ, very first champion of SARS Tour. Just led a lap there, and oh, I thought they went 4 wide for a second. There's a gap there, all 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. It just goes on forever by 3 wide. This is insane. GG Marlin up in the front. Yeah, she just took a lead now. And now we have Carl Horsevar up front. Sarah Taylor. Oh, GG Marlin goes all the way down. Went across 2 lanes to put the block on Sarah Taylor. Which, honestly, yeah, depending on what happens, I'm not even sure. Might be Russian, but... And there is... Oh, jeez. And wow, okay, Marlin and Taylor just going at it right now. By the way, Sarah Taylor is still the only female winner in the SARS Tour so far. And there's Adam Irwin, who was the inaugural... That's GG Marlin's teammate. Oh, he's right there with her to hopefully give her some help up there. And Sarah Taylor goes up too. And yeah, Adam, like I said before, Adam Irwin, Adam Irwin is he won the very first SARS Tour race ever at Darlington. That race was a mess. But even then, Adam Irwin, showed some speed there. But then the rest of the season kind of just fell apart. It is what it is. It just happens. Like, if I could list off like all the guys who were in contention for the title, because I have to mention something. David Jones did not win a single race. He was just there when it mattered most. Hey, it helps. So, there's that to say. And there's Brad Pitt in Thunder Circuit Hawks. He was driving for Forest Racing, but essentially, when Brad Pitt was taken out and then came back to the fan vote, I guess, I don't know, I guess Thunder Circuit Hawks were looking to help out Brad Pitt. Because I guess, I don't know, I don't see Eminem anywhere. I guess Eminem just dropped him after what happened. So now it's just full support by Formula One. For whatever reason. I don't know. But anyway. So they are just... Xander Jeffrey is just stuck in the middle of all of this. Kirby Starr and Sean Swab Jr. going for the lead. Never mind. Kirby Starr is stuck in the middle. Anyway, there's Xander Jeffrey. Quite the revamp of a paint scheme. But I think it's pretty much... Yeah, I think it's just sponsored by Stanley now. But yeah, pretty much this guy won at Rockingham. And he barely missed out of championship contention. But it is what it is. Things happen. Let's see if he could do a lot better this time. They are somewhat 4 wide back there. I don't like that. Can of Lemon goes down. Oh no! Wiped out by Tarnabay. There's a big crash behind them. And okay, they're not... I guess they're trying to wait for the race back to happen? I mean, Zach Miller wins the race back. Whoop-de-doo. While also... Oh, geez, Waters. And Marcus De Jesus in the 99 car. And he won duel too, by the way. That's unfortunate. And I have to mention, the guys who were locked into this race because of the top 25 last season, that's not... Yeah, that only guaranteed them a spot in this race. It doesn't apply to the rest of the season. So, I have to mention that. Adam Irwin, heavy damage. And so yeah, oh jeez, man. And Cropley smacked in, nowhere to go. Sarah Taylor damage. Logan Crisp just threads the needle. A lot of these guys actually slowed down in time for the wreck. Here's a look at it. Yeah, they were I don't know how they got to that moment, but at that point, it's Tanabe couldn't really slow down for Kana because there were cars behind him. Tanabe would have caused a stack up. Kana Lemon would have to have, try and back out and stay in the middle. That's kind of tough to do where they are, though. It's kind of tough to do. And here is Adam Irwin's view. All the way up to toppy top, nowhere for him to go. Daniel Lyons damage. GG Marlin, him and Marlin were running up front. Irwin and Marlin were running up front. Yeah, he was already kind of there. And it's she left, Kana Lemon left room. And there was he was under her for a good 5 seconds, it looked like. So, and at that point, there were guys behind him. Sarah Taylor's view, basically, well, got some front damage and just squeaked by, almost caused another crash. That was that was just chaotic. Logan Crisp, the pole sitter. Look, watch him thread the needle. Just barely. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Almost got into his friend Kana. That was a close one from Logan Crisp. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the restart coming up. And Kirby Star seems to be having another issue. I know some guys did pit under his caution. But, yeah, Kirby Star, I guess, has to go in or go back in. I'm not sure if he pitted with them, but has to go back in. You saw the top 5 for the restart there. Miles Taylor's Trower. You know that Trower, maybe in his mind, he's trying to set a goal, just beat Kirby Star, which might be the only chance he gets to do it, possibly. He might have more chances. But thing is, he doesn't really have a ride confirmed at all. This is his only confirmed start for the start. There's Matt Penske for TG Racing, front row. He started better than his teammate. Actually, where are his teammates? I know Marcus Jesus, I think, is out of the race with the damage from that crash. Lure might... I don't remember if Lure was in that crash, but Matt Penske, he's still staying up front here. And Matt Penske is on a part-time basis. He's already showing a lot of speed here. A ton of speed. Johnny Johnston, a third. Johnston, a third. Up front is about to lead a lap in Daytona 500. Oh my goodness. Colt Williamson is right there, but he's for some reason in the middle lane. And yeah, Trower just left him out to dry. Okay. And yeah, and Gavin, I gotta mention this. Colt Williamson's boss, Gavin Clemens. You know, pretty disappointed that he wasn't able to make the field, but he wasn't too bummed about it because he knows that there's still 9 other races to go. You know, still got, like, it's just season opener. And essentially, the team put the rest of their efforts, I'm talking about 75 Colt Williamson, his boss Gavin Clemens in 98, you know, he's failed to qualify. He's, so Clemens decided to focus the rest of his efforts into making sure the 75 of Colt Williamson wins this race. And so far, they're getting shuffled out, but then again, like, given what happened at last wreck, like, it's going to take some patience. So just as there might be more depending on what happens to certain drivers. Because I gotta be honest, that crash we saw with all those cars, I didn't get a proper count of how many cars. Probably like 8 or 9 cars involved. But from what I'm looking at, like, I don't know. I think it just requires patience. It's hard to tell when they're all in a pack like that. Like the spot when it oh geez, Penske got forced down by Harrison Fox there. Thankfully, Ballin wasn't there yet, so Penske got by safely. Yeah, like literally as I was saying, I was trying to say, these guys, they just got like the spotters. This has to be the most work spotters will ever get all season long. Because like this is the only plate race doing aside from Ricky Raceway, if you count that. And there's Taylor Black for Tank Engine. This guy, basically, yeah, one of 2 new guys. And in fact, right behind him, he's getting pushed by his teammate, Ricky Craven Big Mac. Like, helping him out. Tank Engine Racing. Yeah, Craven Big Mac back there. These 2 came along, replacing Javon American, who didn't make the cut for season 2, sorry. Because his season was that bad. Now, from what I've heard, American has been confirmed to run in Atlanta, which is going to be race 3. So this isn't the end of Javon American entirely. We'll see him again soon, but it will be in the Plus 66 car. Craven Big Mac just got so Yasa Ballin of the Eastern Block team just split between just broke up the drafting partnership there between the 2 teammates. He goes back down, and now Taylor Black's just left to dry more. Same for Matt Penske, kind of. It's weird. The inside lane seems to be the most dominant lane. I mean, that seems to be where drivers play it the most safe, which, to be fair, the higher the banking you are, the tougher it is to make certain decisions. Which, it's tougher to make decisions the higher up you are. Like, it's just tougher because you gotta fight the banking. And that's probably why that's happening. Corey Christensen, this up front there. And just like that, I just realized that was the halfway bonus. Corey Christensen, who's running the full season pretty much. Not the full season 65, but like She's splitting between 65 and the Project 1 car. So I just had to mention that. There's Laura Lafayette. And actually, she's still in this race. Look at that. Laura Lafayette is still in this race. I wasn't sure at first, but I guess the guys in production, the guys in the production team spotted her. I guess they're trying to answer my question from before. So, yeah. Sasha Bright, right up ahead of her. Kane Lemon's worst enemy. Yeah, Daredevil Motorsport's worst enemy when you really sit and think about it. Like, she just making enemies from that team left and right. Ugh, jeez, my throat again. So, yeah, there's Marlon Harris. Up to third now. You know Marlon Harris, man. He's looking for some redemption after failing to get the championship. Because he was up there in the end. Pretty close battle, especially once, like, I don't know how to explain. Oh, geez, Kirby Starr is just far away from everyone else. Oh yeah, because he pitted on the restart. That's why. I forgot about that. He pitted on the restart. A bunch of these guys just all left on their own. There's Logan Crisp, the pole sitter of this race. Just left out to draw. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. He's still hanging with these guys. I was worried for a moment, but he's actually hanging with these guys. Sean Swap Jr. and 88, they are shuffling around again. The high side, there's more cars on the high side there. Never mind, they shuffled back down. Marlon Harris putting a block on the guy that beat him for the championship, David Jones there. I say, well, now we're past halfway. I don't know how long these guys up front want to block, though. I don't know. I'm not sure how much they'd want to block. I think that just depends. Like I said, like amongst all the other races, like aside from Ricky Raceway, this race has the spotters doing probably has the spotters doing the most work possibly, because this is probably the closest they'll ever be. They'll have to recheck the results from Atlanta testing, because they did some testing in Atlanta with like one car from they only allowed like one car from each team to test in Atlanta, and honestly, the drafting was kind of overpowered. Whether they want to tweak that out is up to the SARS organizers, as Michael Taylor is up in front, right in front of David Jones. Why? When Michael Taylor is also a title contender in Season 1, he just wasn't able to make any noise in the finale. It is what it is. A new manufacturer, like, he switched to Dodge this season, the whole team. So, now whether or not, like, they could do something with it, we'll have to wait and see. And Johnny Johnston the third. Wow, Johnny Johnston going down. He's going for it. Johnston going for it. With help of Logan Crisp there. And Kirby Starr. Uh-oh. Kirby Starr's about to go a lap down. He is about to go a lap down. Michael Taylor going down the track. No help whatsoever. Crisp's going to catch him, it seems. Kenichi Tanabe giving a push. Tanabe making the most of his, I wouldn't say second chance, but close call, essentially. And, oh, geez, Crisp kind of almost shuffled Tanabe. Crisp was shuffling Tanabe out the way just to, like, avoid Kirby Starr. That could have been dangerous. Be careful, Logan. Anyway. Oh, my gosh. This race is getting... I don't know. They're getting close. Now, pole sitter Logan Crisp found his way back up front. So, there you go. See, at this point, I try to defend as much position as possible. Okay, I feel like things are going to get more racy and it's going to be tougher to pass, I feel like. And there's Laura Lafayette getting pushed by her remaining teammate. The new guy, Matt Penske, already showing his worth, already showing he somewhat belongs. But then again, there's a plate race. We'll have to see what his other part-time stints will do. Especially since, bear in mind, basically all entries, because all the confirmed entries, basically every single entry that was confirmed for this season, even the part-time entries, they all attempted this season opener. And it's not going to be the same for every race. Like, some entries just don't. Some part-time entries just don't attempt. Don't attempt certain races. Project 1 and Plastic 6 are attempting every race, but with select drivers for each race. Matt Penske, it's not the case. His car is not going to be in every race. Penske, the car is only going to be there as long as for any starts that Penske's confirmed for, which is only at most 5. No, See how Charlotte goes for him. Charlotte and Homestead, because I know for season opener Daytona, the midway point Charlotte the Super 600 is it's going to be all hands on deck. It's going to be quite a stacked field. So see how that goes. And oh boy, Marlon Harris. There's so many cars, man, just kind of stuck on their own. I don't know what happened to David Jones there because he was running with the pack. Some of these guys think just got shuffled out because of the lap car or Kirby Star. Or something. Man, this race, and there's Mitchell Hodak. I haven't really mentioned him all race, but tough see that his boss got wrecked out the way he did. Which, by the way, like I said before, the guys who were in the top 25 in points last season, it only locked him into this race. It will not lock him in for the rest of them. So guys like Cropley, Jesus are out. They're gonna have to. They gotta make sure qualifying goes well for them next time out at Rockingham. Otherwise, it's gonna be a tough season. It's gonna be a tough sophomore season for these guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna be tough, especially when Cropley. I've said a lot about Colin Cropley and his empire of drivers and how things have been. Honestly, it's kind of rough despite how big his fleet had been in the Trucks Pro Series days. And there's Taylor Black making moves now. Raheem Scott there. Logan Chris, someone's left out to dry in the back of the pack there. No, that's John Rinn. Sorry, Crisp is still on the high side with Yasa Ballin. Taylor Black up to the front. Well, that's 6 laps to go. I hope I'm getting the math right. No, 7 laps to go. I thought it was 6. So I mixed it up there. That's my bad. Taylor Black is up front now with the help of Kenichi Tanabe. Taylor Black in the 67 car. Sponsored by Shrek McDonald's. All out on his own. Kenichi Tanabe is about to... Oh, boy. Tanabe about to pass him, though. So, oh, geez, yeah. Taylor Black tried to go back down the block. He couldn't in time. Kenichi Tanabe got the lead now with the help of Raheem Scott of Happy G Racing. Apparently some guy named GGY Bear was going to join in, then backed out at the last minute. Or I think his name was Gregory Bear. I could be wrong on that. I forgot what his number would have been, but regardless, there were a few other entries who were looking to get in, then it just kind of fell through at the last minute. I don't know if they're afraid of the entry list or what. Who knows? Because there were 54 full entries. Now, there's going to be 54 entries for Charlotte and the season finale. Oh, boy. And now Ricky Craven, Big Mac, up in front. Taylor Black's teammate, Kirby Star. By the way, Kirby Star is trying to get his lap back. Don't be confused there. Star just getting his lap back. Honestly, but the thing is, though, if Kirby Star was to get past Big Mac here, and the caution came out at this point, it would end the race. There's not enough laps. There's not enough laps for these guys to just pace around. Because there's no overtimes. So the caution comes out now. That's the race. Marlon Harris, man. And Marlon Harris, runner-up in Season 1 standings. He's yet to win a race. So let's see if he could get it done here. He fell short of the title. Let's see if he can at least win this race. Though it's been heavy competition. I haven't kept track of lead changes, but I feel like there's been a ton. Big Mac, Harris, Sean Swab Jr. Oh, those two are on their own right now. How did they do that? And there's more lap cars. Taylor Lay's there with the lap cars. The guy's about to get laps. Poor Taylor Lay, man. He blew his engine in Duel 2 immediately. Literally on lap 1 as they were crossing the start line for the start of Duel 2. He blew an engine. Finished dead last in the duel. But he was locked into the race anyway. So they just had to throw in a spare engine and they'd be fine. And it seemed like oh, geez, Taylor Lay went down. He put a block. The lead pack is single file. Oh, Sean Swab Jr. moves out the way. Dude, the top 7 were like single file behind Taylor Lay. Sean Swab Jr. went down for the move. Big Mac eventually did put the block on Swab Jr. Yeah, I was confused why, like, they all just stuck behind Taylor Lay as he blocked the lead pack. And now he's holding up Marlon Harris. I don't know. Taylor Lay's hood damage. He's got to move out the way. Taylor Lay, like, unless Taylor is gonna be a pusher, he's gonna slow his teammate down. Harrison, I know Harris isn't his teammate, but Harrison Fox is behind Harris. If Taylor Lay wants to help his team, he's got to get out the way there as much as he can. And Ricky Craven, Big Mac is back in the lead. He is back in the lead. And Yasser Ballin of the Eastern Bloc, teammate to John Cena. He goes out on his own, and they go down the block. Laura DeFayette, man. I mentioned Laura DeFayette, how she won the shootout that we just had recently. And I was saying how whether or not that will spell disaster for her, or if it's a sign of things to come. Well, right now she's up front, so and she stayed out of trouble. So at least there's that. Taylor Lay, too much damage, man. He's really slow. I'm starting to see it now. He really slowed him down. Swap Jr. and Wade are on their own ahead of this second pack. Yeah, they should have just split up packs now. Some of the lap cars getting in the way. I think the 57 is a lap car as well. So now it's Trower and Bright are barely keeping up with the main pack. There's Taylor Black with the help of Michael Taylor. Tank Engine 1-2 right now is Big Mac and Black. Craven, Big Mac, and Black. Michael Taylor. The three of them going high side. They followed him. Taylor Black goes down on his teammate. Final lap. They are on the final lap. I almost said heading. They are on the final lap. Sorry. Oh, boy. Oh, this finish is going to be crazy. He gets by his teammate. Carl Horsevar. Looking to go for the win here. He's getting help from Matt Penske in the Uma Musume 07. He is just pushing Horsevar. Trower goes under Penske. What is he doing? That's not going to help. Penske gets left out to dry. Are you kidding me? Dude, what are they doing? Penske got left out to dry by Trower. Horsevar got no help because of it. And just like that, Taylor Black of the Tank Engine Racing Team wins at Daytona. What was Trower doing? Trower dove down to get around Penske, and it did not help. If he got some extra help from Penske, he probably could have helped him. I don't know. Some guys are still finishing. By the way, Lyle Austin has finished this race on the lead lap. I forgot to mention it on the restart, but that caution actually did save Lyle Austin from going a lap down, because if you could tell from that crash, he was close to getting a lap down. They were close to catching him with a few more laps until the caution came out. So that probably helped Lyle Austin with the results here, because how some of these guys fell off the pace. That's free spots for Lyle Austin, so see how it goes. But then again, Lyle Austin isn't even confirmed for Rockingham. He's part-time, but yeah. Congrats to this Tank Engine team, because Season 1 was a nightmare for Tank Engine. Look at this. Trower just goes down on Penske, and that left Penske out to dry. Trower couldn't catch up to Horsevar in time, so that just, no help from Horsevar. And Taylor Black wins with ease. Yeah, this team struggled last season with Javon American. They came back with two more drivers in mind, and, well, one of them just won. And Craven Big Mac is in top 10, so there you go. Congrats to this team. Alright, so here are the results for this race. Now, the results and the points aren't going to be the same, because the 5-point bonus helps some of these guys get up higher in points just a bit, depending on who you look at. Miles Tails Trower with a top 3 finish. Justice for Trower is Kirby Starr wound up stuck a lap down. At least he got by Kanan Lemon during all that. Jeremy Wade went a lap down too. I actually forgot to mention that. David Jones the last car in the lead lap. I almost said Lisa was. So yeah, Daniel Lyons dead last. Cropley, Taylor, Waters, Jesus, Irwin, Marlin. These are big names. All the guys out there, those are big names from Season 1. Big significant names that have to race they're basically in the LCQ, or last chance qualifying. And yeah, there's Ballin, there's Penske, DeFayette there. Kane Lemon round out top 10. Like I said, so a lot of big names below 35 there. Because the top 35 rule is in effect now. Anyone outside top 35 in points, they got to be in that last chance qualifying session just to be getting to the main field for Rockingham. It's going to be a nightmare for those names. And not only that, it's not just those guys attempting. There's also all the other names that DNQ'd for the Daytona race. So they got like, it's like about 8, haven't done the math yet, haven't seen the entire list for Rockingham, but it's essentially about 18 or so cars clamoring for like 7 spots. Or even then, some of these part-time guys who finish in 30, top 35 here, some of them aren't even going to show up for next race, so we have to see how the math goes there, but that's going to be a tough battle for those guys. Once again, congrats to Taylor Black. And yeah, like I said, next race, Rockingham. Oh my gosh, my voice is going out. See you guys there. My goodness.